curiosities. It is I, once again, Captain Bedhead, reporting from my bed. Now, my birthday is tomorrow, which is very exciting, but because I am a total ham, I've been treating myself a little bit all this week. And yesterday, I don't know if you can see those, but I went and got a manicure, which is something I really don't do that often. And it was lovely. And I also got a pedicure, and I just sort of laid there and they did things. I was like, oh, I feel like a queen. And it was amazing and fantastic, which really brings me to today's lesson. Treat yourself. Now, I've talked about this before, not just because I am a big fan of Parks and Recreation, but because I firmly believe it is a genuine part of good mental health care. I had a long previous 4 days. Work was being a bit stressful by the time I came back, and I just hadn't slept very well the past few days. So I scheduled time specifically for me to just do something for me. Literally no other purpose. And it was very hard for me to finally get to the point where I would be willing to do that. And it does wonders. Seriously. Obviously, this won't work for everyone, but frankly, my mana pool was very low, felt it get refilled quite, at least temporarily, enough for me to feel recharged enough to drive home and cook myself some dinner. And then I felt, invigorated, and I probably should have still gone to bed earlier so that we wouldn't be doing this at 6 a.m. But it did work for the time being. So often I feel like we talk about self-care and we don't talk about how it's important to also work in self-love and really focus on just look, I don't give myself, I love treating my friends and my family, and that's great. But sometimes I need a little bit of a treat, and sometimes I'm the one who's going to give it to me, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Just heard that. Sounded a bit naughty. You know what? I heard it. I acknowledge it. I'm moving on. Trying to make a point. And that point is, unless you have very lovely friends like I do, and even then, I know I still need to do this, only you are going to be the one who makes yourself slow down to take care of you. Sometimes your friends will do it, and that's great and that's sweet, but they've got to do their own stuff as well. And they shouldn't be taking care of making sure that, you don't run yourself into the ground. It's good for them to remind you every now and then. My friends are lovely. I need more reminders than usual, probably, and I'm working on that. But really, genuinely, you need to take time for you. Schedule it. Put it on the calendar. Make it something that you can't schedule over. Be like, nope, sorry, can't go out that night. I scheduled me time. It's legitimately a thing. It's a commitment I have made. It doesn't matter that it was a commitment just to you. You are still important. Keep that commitment to yourself. Treat yourself. Do something for you on a somewhat regular basis. In fact, if you can do just a little treat for yourself, once a week. And when I say that, I don't mean food per se. Just something small. Just something small. Something small you can do for yourself per week. It doesn't have to be food-based. In fact, probably shouldn't be food-based, because if you're trying to stay healthy, honestly, reward shouldn't be on a food level. But you know what I mean. You buy yourself a little trinket, or even just let yourself sleep in for an extra hour on a certain day. I don't care. Treat yourself in all these little tiny ways that doesn't necessarily mean your body doesn't necessarily, you don't need it. You just want it, and you could benefit from it. And those little bursts will actually help so much for your overall happiness and just contentment and mood. And it's lovely and amazing. I actually slept in a little today. I know, sleeping in for me is 6. But because I knew I needed it, and I probably should have gone to bed a bit earlier than 11. But regardless, that is my lesson for you today. I hope you take it to heart and you love yourself, and because I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Farewell, loves. I'll see you tomorrow.